the light heavyweight title bout. Can't wait for this one, and as I said, near and dear to my heart, there is Jordan Johnson. Self-proclaimed military brat. It wasn't actually until 7th grade that he started wrestling, and according to him, he was horrible at it. Of course, that eventually changed as Johnson went on to wrestle for the University of Iowa, and he has transitioned those skills into a very successful MMA career.
It's what I'm meant to do. You know, sometimes, you think about like other paths that could have taken in life, but at the end of the day, I fight. I'm a fighter, and what I was born to do. I turned professional. I, was just taking fights wherever I could, and then I signed with the RFA. I went 4-0 in the RFA, and I won the world title. I signed with the UFC, and I went 4-0 there, and then I'm in the PFL.
Only 30 seconds left as they heat it up. Big right hand. Maxime Grecian knocks down Jordan Johnson.
Losing the first fight to Maxim, was possibly the best thing that's ever happened to me because I lost that fight and I knew I needed to make some changes. So I got home and changed gyms, got a new coaching staff, got a new team.
And that was a big right hand for Jordan Johnson. Here we go.
It felt really good to get that win over Maxim, to get that, revenge to have lost that first one and, face adversity and come back and beat someone who beat me in one loss.
The winners will advance to fight for $1 million.
Yusupov, he's a really good fighter. I knew that going into that. And, him being a southpaw, that was tricky. And we kind of started going over some stuff in the back. And, I just kind of said, I'm not going to try to do anything. I'm just going to remember to move left. And that's what I did. It worked out. It doesn't matter who you're fighting. It's what you do up until that fight. It's what I've been doing for, the last couple months. What I've been doing for the last year. What I've been doing for the last couple of years. What I've been doing since I was a 7th grader when I said I was going to, start going after combat sports. And I just keep doing my thing and I'm good.
Standing across the cage from Jordan Johnson will be that man, Emiliano Sordi. His home nation of Argentina has a world-renowned boxing tradition that dates all the way back to the 1920s. But until tonight, an Argentine hasn't had a shot at a mixed martial arts world title. That's a fact that is not lost on Emiliano Sordi.
Ya lo dije varias veces, la plata no es lo más importante, me lo voy a llevar obvio al millón, va a ser mío, pero lo que más quiero es el título. La verdad que vengo hace 10 años peleando, peleaba por $100 o menos, y lo hago realmente porque me gusta pelear, no solamente por la plata. No tenemos ningún campeón mundial de MMA hoy en día, y sí tuvimos muchos campeones del mundo del boxeo, así que creo que hoy es hora de los peleadores de MMA lograr lo que en algún momento hicieron los peleadores de boxeo.
That's not just any cage right there. That is the PFL Smart Cage. Don't forget, you'll want to check out the bottom bar throughout the action tonight. We'll be monitoring fight stats, strike speed. We're going to track the fighters so you can see who's controlling the cage. The Smart Cage is just one more way that the PFL is changing the game. There's the wrestler, the American Jordan Johnson, former University of Iowa wrestler. Randy, it's a classic wrestler versus striker matchup.
It sure is. And who's going to have their way tonight? Who's going to get the job done with so much on the line?
And Emiliano Sordi has been on a tear this year. All finishes. Only one of those made it into the second round. The number 1 seed here has looked incredibly dominant. Can he continue that success for a belt and $1 million? How do they match up physically? Take a look at our cage muscle, tail of the tape. Significant leg reach advantage for Emiliano Sordi. But don't sleep on the 79-inch reach of Jordan Johnson. He's a wrestler, but he likes to use his jab. Interestingly enough, Randy, he did come in leaner than we've seen him. He only weighed 202 pounds.
Well, I think he feels re-energized. He's got this new camp, new guys calling the shots, and he gets to come into practice and listen instead of kind of setting up his own training program, and I think that's really made a difference for him.
first title on the line tonight at Madison Square Garden. Lillian Garcia gets us started.
We are live on ESPN2 from New York City with the 2019 PFL World Championship. This is the first of 6 straight title fights, and this one is in the light heavyweight division, brought to you by Presidente. So fight fans, get fired up, cause it's about to get real! Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a former wrestler from the University of Iowa. He stands at 6'1", weighs in officially at 202 pounds. In 14 professional bouts, he has a record of 12 victories, 1 defeat, and 1 draw. He is the number 7 seed, fighting out of Gilbert, Arizona. Here is Jordan Big Swingin' Johnson! His opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is a striker, standing at 6'2", weighing in officially at 204 pounds. In 29 professional bouts, he has a record of 21 victories, 8 defeats, with 15 wins by knockout. He is the number 1 seed, fighting out of Rio Cuarto, Argentina, Emiliano Sordi. Your referee in charge, Dan Murgliata.
Dan Murgliata, the big man inside of the cage here. 205-pound title bout. 5 potential 5-minute rounds. Jordan Johnson in the silver trunks. Emiliano Sordi in the gold. A touch of the gloves to get it started. The first title bout of the evening. First of 6 in the biggest night in mixed martial arts. Jordan Johnson lands a jab to start things out. Emiliano Sordi offers him a right hand for his efforts.
Here's the real challenge in this fight. These guys know each other well. They used to train together for quite some time, so they both know what each other brings to the cage. It's gonna be
Nice 1-2 there from Emiliano Sordi. And a long left from Jordan Johnson. He's landed a couple already. Nice uppercut on an exchange earlier from Jordan Johnson. He comes into this fight with increased confidence after the playoffs. Said he learned a lot about himself. Grabs a low single there. And he gets Emiliano Sordi to the mat. Right
Sordi
back to
coming
his
right
feet.
back up. Doing a nice job of not spending any time on the bottom underneath a guy like Jordan Johnson. Sordi's right up and comes right back to his feet.
Body shot there from Sordi. And then he went upstairs, but Johnson wisely ducks it.
Sordi keeping Johnson's back to the fence, trying to find his rhythm and land those shots.
Johnson there attempted the single leg. When it was apparent he wasn't going to get it, he switched it to a leg kick as Sordi exited. Nice jab from Jordan Johnson.
79-inch reach coming in handy.
90 seconds gone here in the first round. Nice right hand there from Sordi. Johnson in trouble.
There's Jordan Johnson's father, Jerry Johnson, watching from cage side.
Johnson fighting for the super low single here. Ducking his head inside and out of the low leg of Emiliano Sordi. Trying to avoid those
Johnson's
hammer
hurt.
throws.
I believe Johnson's hurt
in
here.
trouble. Emiliano Sordi pouring it on from the top. Jordan Johnson turtling, and Dan Murgliata waves it off. Emiliano Sordi, the new light heavyweight champion of PFL Season 2.
Sordi did a nice job of using that back foot as a rudder, changing the angle and chasing Jordan Johnson's head around his leg as he tried to secure that low signal.
Pressure, pressure, pressure from the top, and of course, as always, in standing for Emiliano Sordi. He completes his dominant run through this Season 2 light heavyweight, regular season, playoff, and now championship.
Unbelievable.
Argentina, For the first time, a major MMA title coming home. Emiliano Sordi will make it official next.